Hey, what up, Bobski fans? It's yours truly. See that line right there? See that helmet right there? See that pole right there? I bet you do. And I bet you like it. Oh, hello there. So anyways, this version of Here Today with Bobski. What is Bobski, first and foremost? Which reminds me of a George Foreman grill. I looked at foremost and I looked at F-O-R-E, and then I was like, oh, I wonder how our good friend George Foreman of the George Foreman grill fame is doing. I think I tried it a couple times. A lot of friends had those contraptions in college. Make a little panini or something, a little sandwich press or something. Pretty sure the George Foreman grill was some kind of a press. Cheese, press a burger press. Actually sounds like my kind of thing, mate. Nah. Anyways, one thing about Bobski, if you will. And I think you will. I really do. I really think you will. This version of Bobski actually was partially promised as an individual episode. Or at least a scene from that episode. That's what this is. This is a scene from an episode created with the idea that, hey, maybe, just maybe, a few people could come together You see where this is going. You see where I'm going with all this, don't you? I think they do. I think they see where it's going. This episode of Bobski is the first episode of Bobski in which Bobski is in a stairwell. Notice the sound of the reverb. Reverb. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I just can't seem to come up with anything within the context of Bobski here. Let's see. Just looking at the texture here with the stairs here, creating this lattice effect, almost looks like a ladder, you know? Like, imagine that the white in there is flat, you know? Like it's like a slide that has slats on it. That's what I'm seeing right now, is a white slide with slats on it. Makes me want to climb up it. But it doesn't make me want to climb up it enough to climb up it. Oh, there it is. It's just regular stairs, see? Oh, look at that. It's just the interesting architecture here. You know, you see this sunlight right here. Now watch this. This is an interesting trick that I've been working on for a little bit here, and I finally got it. Watch this. You'll like this one. Watch. On the count of, or whatever count I'm going to go on that count, when I take away my finger, you will see something that you have not seen for a long time. Ready? 1. Hold on. Sorry about that. Up. There we go. Cover. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. See that? Dude. It's funny, for the first bunch of times I tried it, I kept fucking it up, or messing it up. Does Bobski swear a lot? Bobski, do I swear a lot? Who would say, who would, I know this is not necessarily along with the topic that we had at hand here, but as I see it, one of the biggest problems that has created congestion and a lot of bullshit within American society at large is very specifically the keeping of swear words off of television and radio. Because how is the best art and the coolest stuff and the best country on God's green earth, how are you going to develop anything cool if, like, on the broadcasting mediums, you've got people going like, certain words off limits for you guys? Because the question of those people is, who the fuck are you? And what do you know about art? And, I understand. The old voice comes in right there and says, well, stuff scares people. And if stuff scares people, then kind of society has to clamp down on something to kind of go, ah. And if the F word and the word shit works people up, then we're keeping it off TV and radio. Meanwhile, all the people who worked in those jobs at the FCC or whatever those places are that, try to regulate the airwaves and stuff, to decide what words are okay and what words aren't, like the people who are in those positions, like, holy cow, the amount of fake power that they and their lineages got to experience, being wedged in as the people who literally are keeping the F word, which is like another word for God, another word for sex, another word for love. And maybe it's not another word for any of those, but it's a powerful word, at least as things are right now. And so the idea that it's like there's this group of people who could decide, like, oh, this is on limits, this is off limits, and that one's off. Super silly. Because people don't understand. We're here to produce great art and music and love and things of that sort. Meanwhile, everyone's like, oh, we're too busy working for China. To worry about art and music and stuff like that. They already did that stuff way back in the days of the Renaissance and the great painters and sculptors. They already did that stuff. Now we've got Taco Bell and Wendy's and what else is going to come to me here? So the images that keep coming to mind there is school buildings. Like, look at those school buildings. Yeah, wait, is that a jail or is that a school building? Because we think we've evolved in lots of ways, since the Renaissance or since back in those painter days. They get painters and Van Gogh and Michelangelo and all those fellows, Society tends to think that we've evolved a lot, since then. But it's kind of like, look at your buildings and look at your music or your musicians. And I don't know that you guys have done a whole lot of evolving. I think you guys have tricked yourselves into thinking that slavery is a way of life. Anyways, Bobski is off the rails in this episode. And I don't know if we came up with any of the things that we had kind of mentioned we might come up with within the context of a video production. The topic kind of went here, there, and everywhere. But anyways, this is what came up to say. This is what came up to share. And in the spirit of Bobski, it's all about genuine self-expression in the moment with no agenda and no allegiance to anything other than just like saying some stuff in front of this thing, looking out the window, looking at the lion. Hello there, looking at the lion. Looking at the helmet. Yeah, so that's all about it for Bobski. I have this little voice that's saying, just, give a pause and let the last thing come up and take it from there. Here we go. So, pause. Wow. Bobski.